Welcome to the Ray Amanat Show. Wake the fuck up, America.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody out in TV land and social media land. Welcome to the Ray Amanat Show. Of course, I'm Ray Amanat. It's been a minute. As you can see from my last show, I have hair and a beard. New year, new look. We're going to see how long this is going to last. But welcome to the show. And by the way, America, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. I didn't have any shows to close out the year because I was busy trying to make money to pay bills and take care of Christmas and things like that. So I apologize for not being in touch, but we are back and we're going to have a strong year this year. A lot of shows uh, and a lot of content, especially with everything that's going on in our country, which I'm going to talk about today. So if you would like to get a hold of us, you can contact us at info@therayamanatshow.com. Again, that's info@therayamanatshow.com. We'd love to hear from you, questions, comments, what you think about the show, ideas for the show. We've got a lot of stuff we're going to be doing in the weeks and months to come. So stay tuned, everybody, stay tuned. We would, of course, like to thank the OBBM Network for hosting us on their channel. If you guys want to check us out, just go to www.obbmnetwork.tv. Again, www.obbmnetwork.tv. Search for the Ray Amanat Show. Blech. Search for the Ray Amanat Show, and of course, I think they're still playing the episodes of Taboo Talk with Ray and Steve. So check it all the shows out, and let them know what you think on their platform. Again, that's the OBBMNetwork.tv. All right, I have a lot to talk about today in the I'm Just Saying network. I've got notes. And with these notes, I'm going to need my glasses, so forgive me because I am getting older. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to me. So happy New Year and happy birthday. January 5th was my birthday. So those of you that sent out birthday wishes and everything, thank you so much. Birthday cards and wishes. Let's get into this. What I want today's show to be about is pretty much the closing of 2024 and ringing in the new year with all the events that happened. And then just my take on some of it as we go through this. I know I've got a little glare on my glasses. I'm trying to avoid the glare, but hey, deal with it, people. So let's start off with 2024. Pretty much Donald J. Trump skipped every debate that the Republicans had to become the Republican nominee. He still became the nominee, even with felony convictions from a rigged and biased court. So remember, Donald Trump didn't attend any of the debates with any of the Republican candidates. He let them do all their talking and pretty much walked all over him and ended up getting the nomination, even with the felony convictions. Uh, Next, when he had the debate with President Biden, where the world finally saw Biden as someone with a mental decline. And in my opinion, he was forced to step down from his run for presidency by Barack Obama, by Nancy Pelosi, by Chuck Schumer. by whoever movie stars that said, yeah, he's not doing so good. We think he should step down and not be the nominee because he's not going to be able to beat Trump. So Biden, I think, is a little vindictive from them kind of forcing him to step down from running for the presidency. If you just look at his behavior now, he's doing everything to Trump proof um, uh, and sabotage Donald Trump before he assumes the role as president in 2025 within a couple weeks. And in my opinion, as this is an opinion based show, I'm still thinking it's Barack Hussein Obama who's pulling all the strings because it's all of his positions that he wanted to enforce that Joe Biden is enforcing now with regards to the oil and no drilling offshore and everything else that President Biden is doing executive orders on right now. So, moving onward, because there is so much, uh, after the debate with President Biden, then we had the assassination attempts on President Trump at the rally and then at his golf course. And the Secret Service screw ups as far as lack of communication, playing the blame game with local law enforcement and not taking uh, or being held accountable for their mistakes themselves. Moving onward, since they forced President Biden to not run for president, he uh, gave Vice President Harris, or he chose Vice President Harris to be the nominee to run for the President of the United States representing the Democratic ticket. Now, she got this without being voted for by the Democratic convention. They just posted her up and said, okay, you're our person. Let's hope you do good. And the media and the Democratic Party was, first they disliked everything about Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris. Then she's the greatest thing on earth. She's Barack Obama 2.0, propping her up as the next greatest thing, and she barely can complete a sentence. I guess you could say the same about me, given the last few minutes of me talking. But hey, I'm not running for president. I'm just the guy with the talk show. What are we going to say? All right. So she's chosen by Biden to be the person to run for the presidency representing the Democratic Party without the Democrats even voting for her. I think Biden did that on purpose as a dig to the Democrats that forced him out from running for president. Now, the debate that they had, President Trump and Vice President Harris, and the election pretty much showed that inflation and our economy is what decided the election, with a former President Trump, being sent back to the White House with a landslide victory, winning both the popular and the electoral votes. So the people have spoken. They were fed up with the lying. They were fed up with the hiding everything. We're talking about the media and the Democratic Party hiding Joe Biden's decline, mental decline, and all the lies that they did and all the lies that they said about President Trump, which all the cases, now that he's elected president, are being dropped, being dropped, being dropped. Here they said President Trump is going to be the next Hitler, but yet they're no longer saying anything like that about him because it's going to be a peaceful transfer of power to what they call Trump as Hitler. If they really saw him as Hitler, they'd still be renting a shitstorm about him. But now I guess they were just lying. And Trump is going to take the reins unless they're going to try something else. Who knows? Now, throughout 2024, we had the conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine, Syria being overthrown, uh, as far as their leader being overthrown. Just everything that happens in the Middle East, Donald Trump had pretty much fixed, but Joe Biden pretty much blew it up with Afghanistan. So people saw Joe Biden as a weak leader. Again, this is an opinion show. This is my opinion. The world stage saw Joe Biden as a weak leader when they withdrew everyone from Afghanistan. So the Middle East pretty much said, let's just kill each other. Add to that the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. As Donald Trump has reportedly said, none of these would have ever happened if he was still president for his second term. So now he's got to fix everything that Biden screwed up because of his weak presence on the international stage. So we got the conflict in the Middle East, we got the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Iran shooting missiles over to Israel, Israel shooting missiles over to Iran, a third world war possibly on the brink. These are all things that are going on in 2024. And ironically, because of everything with Israel and Palestine, we had the protests. The protests. And this is, I'm thinking Antifa, Black Lives Matter, or whatever. That's the protests in our United States university campuses where the students were in support of Hamas, a terrorist organization. Yes, we're all in support of Palestine. We want to stop the war. We want to stop the killing. We want them to have food and rebuild their homes and get back to living. But it's Hamas that was the problem, not Palestine, not Israel. It's Hamas, because Hamas was the one in October that did the attack on Israel. And killed 1,000 people and took hostages and still have hostages, of which recently Donald Trump just said if those hostages are not returned by the time I get inaugurated as president of the United States, then there will be hell to pay. That's not his words, that's my words, but that's pretty much saying the same thing, where Hamas will be decimated. So, Hamas, wake up. There is now a line drawn. If you don't return the hostages by the time President Donald J. Trump gets nominated, or not nominated, but sworn in, uh, once he's sworn in, if those hostages aren't returned, then your time is coming. Your time is coming. So, we've got the protests of the students and university campuses supporting Hamas, which I thought is ridiculous. Hamas is a terrorist organization. For those students supporting Hamas, dressing in their garbs and everything else, I personally look at them as terrorists themselves, and I think they should be investigated. If they have student visas from other countries, I think their visas should be revoked. If they're students that are U.S. students here, I think they should be kicked out of the universities for inciting violence, for intimidating Jewish students, for whatever else they were doing that I don't have enough time to report. Moving onward. So, you guys, you should have a good mental image of this next thing that I'm going to talk about, but it's the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsing due to a cargo ship ramming right into it. Um, so that was a 2024 event. I'm sure they're still investigating. I don't recall what they said. who was negligent in their duties, if it was the cargo ship or whatever, but I'm sure it was the cargo ship. But regardless, that was an event that happened in 2024 as we're closing out 2024 and ringing in 2025. We have the CEO of United Healthcare gunned down by Luigi Mangione. I don't even really want to say his name because he's a piece of crap, and I don't want to give him any more uh, publicity like the media has, saying, "Oh, he's such a good-looking guy. He's handsome guy," and you've got people that are saying they're going to pay for his uh, representation in court as he pleaded not guilty. So you have this guy, whose name I will not say again, versus Daniel Penny, the subway chokehold trial. Now, here, Daniel Penny was not guilty, found not guilty. And you have Black Lives Matter, leaders of Black Lives Matter saying, well, if it's okay for a white person to choke a black person, then it's on. And he's wanting to incite violence. Now, here's the thing the problem that I have with these two situations. The CEO of United Healthcare being gunned down by a piece of crap whose name I will not say. So that's white on white crime. And all of the media were saying, oh, the CEO, he was a father, he had kids, he had all this. Do you know how many people get gunned down and killed in Chicago, in New York, in other states, even here in Florida? But nobody's saying anything about them. Just because this guy was a CEO and he was a father and had two kids or whatever else, everything was about it, and they glorify the shooter. Here you have Daniel Penny that was trying to stop a black on black crime in a subway where all the witnesses that were there were actually thanking Daniel for stopping this guy from potentially hurting them, as he was a nutcase, somebody with mental health issues that was out of control. And Daniel Penny did what he could to keep everyone else safe. So he was actually stepping in to stop black on black, black on white, black on Hispanic crime, whoever was on the train at that time. So he was acting more like a hero, but these guys are the media is making the shooter of the CEO more of a hero than Daniel Penny. Ladies and gentlemen, wake the clock up. I have no idea what our country is coming to. Hopefully, we get a reset with 2025. We'll see as time comes. All right, my time is limited, so I will go on. So the next event that we had happen in 2024 were the hurricanes. We had Hurricane Helene, followed by Hurricane Milton, which drastically affected Florida, North Carolina, and Tennessee, of which North Carolina is still waiting for uh, President Biden and FEMA to come out and help them. Wake the clock up, America. Wake the clock up. You know, we're here in Florida. We're still rebuilding and doing everything we possibly can. Our hearts go out to everyone that lost everything or a great number of stuff within their areas in both Tennessee and North Carolina. You know, we're neighbors and we're trying to help each other out as much as we can. Next 2024 event. Hey, Sean Diddy Combs was arrested. And there's going to be a lot coming out. We'll see how many other people come out against him. We'll see if Sean Diddy Combs starts finger pointing to other people as to their corruption or their crimes that they're guilty of. Now let's put that in relation to Hunter Biden. Diddy Combs is going to go on trial, but Hunter Biden gets a pass. His dad said, I will not pardon my son if he's found guilty. Hunter even pleaded guilty to the gun charges and to the tax charges. But what does President Biden do? Oh, I'm going to give my son a pardon. Well, wake the cluck up, America. Do you see the amount of lying that this administration has been doing throughout his 4 years in presidency? It's ridiculous. All right, I've got a few more things. Um, Ringing in 2025. We started with, in Louisiana, the terror attack on the parade with the guy using his truck to run over people and then getting into a gunfight with law enforcement, shooting 2 police officers before he got shot. And he had explosives rigged to explode. He was just not, he got shot before he was able to detonate them. So, hey, those open borders, and I'm not saying it was somebody, it was a U.S. citizen, but I'm still thinking because of those open borders with all the illegal aliens coming in, there's going to be more terror attacks similar to that coming to a neighborhood near you. So be vigilant, keep your head on a swivel. If you see something, say something. All of that stuff. Let's watch out for each other. We had the Tesla truck that was on fire in front of the Trump Hotel. Is that a message that they're sending to both Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump because they're working together to root out corruption in the United States? Wake the clock up, America. Again, be vigilant, keep your head on a swivel. If you see something suspicious, report it. Report it. Let's get these knuckleheads out of our country. Back in jail. For Joe Biden to empty out Gitmo with remaining terrorists, again, is he thinking about the safety of our country, or is he trying to appease other countries? Again, he's sabotaging Donald Trump's return to his presidency by doing whatever he can, including shutting down the ability to be able to drill offline or offshore in over 600 acres that would give us energy independence. My last thing for 2025 ringing in is we got this major winter snow in the northern regions and midwestern regions. I'm from St. Louis originally, and St. Louis got hit real hard, and they're going to get some more snow, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday. You guys, I'm here in Florida. It's a little chilly, like 50-degree weather, but it's nothing like what you guys are dealing with. So be safe, be careful, take breaks. I know you're shoveling snow. Don't overtax your hearts. I don't want to hear my friends and family members getting heart attacks. If you can get the youngsters, the kiddos, to shovel snow for you, that would be even better. Let them earn some wages themselves. So that is my take from closing out 2024 and ringing in 2025. More to come in future episodes. I'll take off the glasses now. I hope you guys are all safe and had a wonderful New Year's, and we'll see you on the next show. Let me get to this real quick. Dum-ba-da. So, as always, if you need help for the National Domestic Violence Hotline, call 1-800-799-SAFE. The Suicide Prevention Hotline, call 1-800-273-TALK. And for the Crime Stoppers, if you have a tip that you want to give anonymously, you can go to 1-800-222-TIPS. 1-800-222-TIPS. As always, wake the cluck up, America. Let me get these out. We'll catch you on the next show. Take care.
Welcome to the Ray Amanat Show. Wake the clock up, America.